and welcome to Let's Talk Sport here on YouTube and Facebook.
And Facebook, yeah.
Pretty face there, right?
Not
here.
Twitter, because our videos are too long for their format.
Yeah.
And Instagram.
And we don't edit that much, really. No. Anyway, let's move on to the game that we're talking about here today, and that is the Monday night fixture between Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur, taking place at the Theatre of Dreams, Old Trafford. Of course, last time out for Manchester United, it was a bit of an abysmal display at the MX down in Brighton. 3 goals to 2 loss against the Seagulls there.
They may as well have pooed on us like Seagulls do, because that's what happened.
I mean, certainly, United weren't going down to the South Coast for a nice holiday there because they came away with a bit of a sad face. On the other hand, Tottenham, not in their new home yet, but still Wembley, treating them very well as they managed to get themselves a 3 goals to 1 victory there against Fulham.
But they never beat United when it mattered in the FA Cup, though, did they?
Talk about home field advantage right there. Seems to be non-existent, really. Jamie, but home field advantage come into play for United on Monday night because, well, they need it after Jose Mourinho's diabolical display at Brighton over the last weekend.
Pogba more like, but they were dreadful. I mean, I only saw the last 20 minutes because I missed most of the game, and then I was quite glad I missed that game. I missed all the actual horror moments between the 25th and the 27th minute when they scored twice in 120 seconds or whatever it was. But no, it was dreadful. I mean, I only had to watch a bit of it to realise that the whole Man United team's confidence is low. I agree with what Pogba said in his interview afterwards by saying his attitude, the attitude of the players were not good. But then I thought, well, that's ironic. Your attitude stinks just as much as they do. I'm sorry, but he's been terrible.
I mean, you don't get a player that goes to the press after the first game and say, I want to say something, but if I said it, I'll get fined or something.
Yeah, and then he goes out a week later and then criticises his players, which is fine. You got to be honest with some people to get far with your team. But then he's been playing poor as well. There was a lot of moments at the end of the game where he was taking normal passes trying to get through to Lukaku or Fellaini, etc. And he couldn't even get a simple pass right. And that's when it got to that point when I thought, this is when this will be Pogba's final season if it carries on like this.
You think so?
Yeah. I don't think he'll be. I think he wants to leave. I'm starting to think he wants to go to Barca. I don't know if Barcelona want him, but I'm starting to think he's starting to find a way out, which, I had a lot of faith in Pogba for the last 2 years, but I'm slowly getting onto the wrong side of him where my respect is getting lower, but I don't like feeling like that, but that's just the way it is.
See, I'm the flip side, really. I like Pogba, and I'm guessing you probably like Mourinho. See, I'm the flip side. I don't like Mourinho at all as a manager.
I do like Mourinho, but I can see I'm starting to get on the wrong side of him now as well. So
what kind of changes do you think Mourinho needs to make for this game against Tottenham?
Straight away, the defence. I mean, everyone's going on about how poor it was in Brighton, and maybe that's what needs to happen because Tottenham are a much better team than Brighton.
Yeah.
And their attacking is very good. Eriksen, Dele Alli, Harry Kane, that's just 3 of them right there. And Old Trafford or not, I think Tottenham have played enough games there with that squad and Pochettino to finally get that win for Pochettino, because Pochettino and Tottenham have always had this curse at United where they just can't seem to win. The last time they did it was, I think it was 2012.
Yeah,
when
2012.
Bale scored.
September 2012.
Yeah.
3 goals to 2 victory there. Other than that, the past... Oh, actually, no, 2014, they got one.
Did they?
Yeah, in January 2014. But since then, whoever's been the home side has either won or drawn the game. So it's a good advantage for United in this one. But as you mentioned...
It means nothing, though, does it?
It means nothing, really, against a side like Tottenham with the firepower that they've got. But in terms of defence, though, they were a little bit shaky against Fulham. They did have a couple of chances coming through, but they were just really poor in terms of execution. Do you think that's something that United could take advantage of against this Tottenham defence that's not up to scratch at the moment? Kieran Trippier just came back into the squad, had a fabulous free kick against Fulham at the weekend. Still looking at likes of Davies and Sanchez and Vertonghen. This defence... It needs to connect a bit more and needs to get that chemistry going again, as it did have for most of last season. But for now, it seems like a perfect opportunity really for United to not only get themselves back onto their own feet after the poor display at Brighton, but take advantage of a poor Tottenham defence as well.
I think with United, though, back on Sunday, you say that United can use the advantage over Tottenham's defence not being so great, but Lukaku couldn't even finish on Sunday when he had the chances, and that to me that's just saying it all, really.
Yeah.
I think it's just not happening for any of the players. For Tottenham, though, I don't think their defence is that bad, really. I think, 3-1 win against Fulham, I think they did okay. They got the job done. I still think Spurs will come short for the Premier League title, maybe even for the trophies again, which is another waste of a season with that talent and a great leader of Pochettino. So I don't think they're worried too much about that. I think, really, this could be it could be an open match, really. As you mentioned, Old Trafford, that could be a big part for the match. But
yeah.
We'll see. I think anyone could win this, so we'll see.
Yeah, 52 games played between them throughout of the history of football, and Tottenham have only had 2 wins away at Old Trafford throughout that time, whereas Manchester United have had 21 wins against Tottenham at home. As previously mentioned, the team that usually plays at home usually wins the game. So with United playing at home, Jamie, what's your score prediction? Do you think they'll be able to win this game and get themselves back on track, in essence, to try and keep up with the pack before they fall too far behind? Or it's the dog already on its last legs in terms of Jose Mourinho, and he could potentially
depends how old the dog is. I mean, if the dog's quite young, then
by the look of his face, he's quite aging a little bit.
Well,
he seems to be very stressed
out. He's very grey, isn't he?
He seems to be very stressed out in that job. So
I don't think he sleeps, from looking at his eyes. But I think, for me, I'm going to say Man United 1-0 win. But I said that against Brighton, but I said we'd win unconvincingly. I still think we'll win the game unconvincingly. It's just the way it is at the moment. And Mourinho, I don't think, can really solve that team between now and January because, well, in his eyes, he didn't get the players he wanted. But I don't get it. I don't get it. Where's the excuse now? It's just like we've got all these players. If it's not working, it's not working.
I think it's going to end very badly for United on Monday, and I think it's going to be a Tottenham victory. I'm actually going to go for a 2-1 victory. I think now that this whole mantra of Harry Kane never scored in August, now he's finally put it to bed.
Is he going to get a hat-trick?
I don't think he's going to get a hat-trick because it'll only be a 2-1 goal win, so that'll be impossible.
I thought you said 3-2. No. It's the warmth.
But yeah, I think you're right. I think Harry Kane's going to be lethal in front of a goal, and I think he's going to get the better off this United defence.
He never scores against United.
That's the
one thing I've noticed with
the
Kane.
key thing for United would be if Valencia is able to come back into this team, because if he's able to do so,
he can't cross.
I think they'll be okay defensively, because for me, Ashley Young wasn't that great at the weekend, in my opinion. But yeah, I think if Valencia is able to come back, then it might be a different game. But at the moment, I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory for Tottenham at Old Trafford on Monday night. What are your own predictions for the game itself taking place Monday night, Old Trafford, Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur? Can United get themselves back on track, or are Tottenham going to continue their 100% start to the season so far after wins against Newcastle and Fulham? Let us know in the comment section below this video. Don't forget to like it. Subscribe for more Let's Talk Sport content. We shall see you all very soon.